Okay, the first benchmark question for today. The statistics in this table illustrate population changes associated with. Why are the populations of these cities growing significantly? Are the populations of these cities growing significantly? Is it A, the rise of industrialism in the United States?
Yes.
B, the establishment of a federal income tax? C, a prolonged food shortage in the United States? Or D, a lengthy war over disputed territory, Austin?
I pick B.
It's D.
I pick A.
Okay, the correct answer is A, the rise of industrialism in the United States. AJ, what's industrialism?
Me? You got me?
What's industrialism?
I don't know.
Austin, what's industrialism?
Girls. They make things that are very useful.
Make things that are very useful, right? Okay, the industrialism is the Industrial Revolution, when we were becoming more industrialized, creating industry, right? It's all the same word, but what it means is we're starting to see more factories and the production of more finished products, right? And those factories, they're going to be located where?
The north.
The north, okay, and specifically where in the north? What are these?
Big cities.
In big cities, right? Your factories are going to be in the north, and mainly in the north and in big cities. Okay? Next question. Which action completes this graphic organizer? This is number 2. Which action completes this graphic organizer? So, it wants to know the cause of the War of 1812. What was the cause of the War of 1812, Brayden?
British was the president of the USA.
Good, Jay. British imprisonment of U.S. sailors. Okay, so we had been sending ships out to trade with Great Britain, and what were some of them doing to our ships? Good. They were capturing lots of our sailors that were on these ships. So we went to war with them.
Remember the blockade?
Yep. The blockade.
So that was us to start making cotton gins and factories.
Exactly, right? They blockaded the Atlantic Ocean, and that forced us to no longer until we trade with them, we had to start being more industrialized ourselves. All right. Okay, what was another significant thing that happened during the War of 1812 that we talked about? Brayden?
The White House burnt down.
Good, the White House burnt down. Number 33. The Virginia Company authorized a General Assembly in Virginia so that colonists could, okay, General Assembly, you can see the notes written down. General Assembly House, and it happened in Virginia. That's the Virginia House of Burgesses. Okay, so what was the Virginia House of Burgesses about? JT?
It was
A. Self-govern on a local level. Okay, so House of Burgesses was about self-government. What was this form of self-government established in Massachusetts? What was the form of self-government established in Massachusetts? So we have in Virginia, we have the form of self-government, which was the House of Burgesses. What was the one in Massachusetts?
Oh, hey, Coach, there's a typo on there. It's spelled loving.
huh?
Loving?
Don't you spell it? Spell it.
No, that's how you spell love.
Right.
How do you spell it?
L-E-V-E-L.
I thought it was L-E-V-A-L.
Anyone know the answer to the question? What was the form of self-government in Massachusetts?
B.
Shut up.
Starts with a May.
Mayflower Compact.
Mayflower Compact. What about Connecticut?
Connecticut, things, I know what it was.
Pilgrim.
Cameron.
Oh,
this
different
is for
moment.
my son.
You got a
Yeah, I
different
know
one.
what, I know what I know what it is.
Fundamental orders of Connecticut.
Fundamental Orders
There
of
we go.
Connecticut. Very good.
I said that.
Okay, the Fundamental Orders of Connecticut, Virginia House of Burgesses,
House
and the
of
Mayflower Compact all deal with
Self-government.
self-government.
On the local level.
Okay, the bet.
Okay, this next one.
What you do?
Cameron, pull your mask up, please.
I believe that's
No, pull your mask up.
The blank established a government, outlined the process for admitting a new state to the Union, and guaranteed that newly created states would be equal to the original 13 states. Considered one of the most important legislative acts of the Confederation. Hey, I hear too much talking. Considered one of the most important legislative acts of the Confederation Congress. The blank also protected civil liberties and outlawed slavery in the new territories. Okay, so which of the following is going to guarantee newly created states are equal and it's going to outlaw slavery in those new territories, Austin? H is correct. The Northwest.
No, I saw you take that. I saw you take it. That's $40. That's 40. That's 40.
Northwest Ordinance. H. Admission of new states. Okay? I'm going to. I know, I did it.
I can find you by my webcam now, thanks to you.
So it's on down to the 100. I feel it.
We will.
Which one's with the 100?
This is a video. 2 minutes.
In 1787, the Second Continental Congress of the Articles adopted a plan to control the vast amounts of territory in the Ohio region. This plan, referred to as the Northwest Ordinance, would allow new states to form within the territory.
Quiet.
For this plan to succeed, it would depend on the cooperation of the other states to give up previous claims to the area.
The Articles of Confederation are actually written in 1776 and don't get ratified until 1781, and that's because no one's going to ratify it until everybody gives up their western
What
line.
is that?
The Confederation leaders do an amazing thing. They make a rule that these territories will have the right to become states that have equal standing in the United States with the original 13 states.
The Northwest Ordinance determined how the land would be distributed in these territories and how the territorial governments should be set up. Once the population of any of the territorial subdivisions reached 60,000 settlers, it would be made a state. Because the federal government would then own the territory, it could sell the land to proprietors for settling and development, thus bringing in money to help pay back the massive national debt accrued from the Revolutionary War. One critical decision that was made in the Northwest Ordinance was that slavery would be banned in all of the new territories. However, the Native Americans living within the territories were poorly treated by the new American settlers.
The Indians who live there are in fact denied their rights in the Northwest Ordinances. They are not acknowledged as citizens of the United States or as participants in these territories.
The Northwest Ordinance gave the new growing country a stronger sense of unity and proved to be one of the major accomplishments of the government under the Articles of Confederation.
Okay, so one positive thing we get is the Northwest Ordinance from the Articles of Confederation. Okay, yes, Austin.
In the ordinance, whatever it was, wasn't it, slavery?
Slavery was banned in the northern new territories.
Well, if we both chose D, we
Okay,
chose
listen, JT, quit talking.
Sorry.
Which change occurred as a direct result of these developments? We have the invention of the cotton gin, opening of lands along the Mississippi River, growing demands for inexpensive labor. Okay, what's the correct answer on 35? Where are we getting the cotton
A.
gin? Okay, Austin. B.
Yes, that's what I did.
I think it's B. That's okay.
It says B because
Okay.
of the fact.
Listen, the correct answer is D. The expansion of slavery into newly acquired territories. Listen, we get the cotton gin. Okay, the cotton gin, remember, is that going to slow slavery down or and make them want more slaves? They want more slaves, right? They get greedy and they think, now that we can make cotton quicker, we can get more slaves and then make the whole process even faster. We'll make more money. And then the opening of lands along the Mississippi River, that means we're expanding further and further. So these new territories are going to want to expand slavery into those newly acquired territories. Okay? Next, where did the events shown in this painting occur? This painting is Robert E. Lee's surrender to Ulysses S. Grant, which ended the Civil War. Braden.
F.
The correct answer is F, a private home
I like
in
B.
Appomattox County, Virginia. Appomattox.
You said F?
F.
Well, what number is it? What was number 5?
5 would be 6.
6, yes.
F.
6 is what?
What was 6?
Thank you.
A private home. 37. What was the main cause of the impeachment of President Andrew Johnson in 1868? Okay, the correct answer on this one is C. His opposition to radical Reconstruction policies for former Confederate states. Okay, so what is Reconstruction? What does Reconstruction mean? It's one of our key dates.
Rebuilding of states.
Good, rebuilding, right? We're having to rebuild the South. Okay, why are we having to rebuild?
Oh, war.
Because of the Civil War, right? We're having to rebuild because of the Civil War. And Andrew Johnson, he is a Southerner, as it said, from Tennessee, and he owned slaves. Okay, and so he wants to be more lenient on the South and not take action against the South, even though they lost the Civil War. So because of this and his unwillingness to enforce Reconstruction policies for the South, he's going to become impeached. Is everyone following? Right? He was too lenient on the South. He didn't want to force them to rebuild and reconstruct. And so, because of this, he gets impeached. 1845, Texas is annexed by the United States. Okay, this is all dealing with what? All these the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo is signed. What do we get from all this?
G.
H.
G.
We get H. The United States acquires several territories from Mexico. What do we acquire from Mexico?
Texas.
Texas. What else?
Arizona.
Arizona. California.
Parts of California.
California. And New Mexico. Okay. All that we got from Mexico in the Mexican-American War. 39. Okay. Proclamation of 1763 said no settlement west of the Appalachian Mountains. D. 40. Which of the following is most associated with the formation of the Democratic Party? Okay, the Democratic Party, we see, is the party about change. And what's the first president where we see a dramatic change, where he's discussing, not being a president for the elite and the rich and the educated, but being a president for the common man. Andrew Jackson. So the election of Andrew Jackson as president, that's one of the first changes, radical changes we see as president, and he's fighting to be the president of the common man. 40 is F.
Oh, what is it? What is 10?
That's okay.
I want